Hi guys, what are we, week 10?
We made it.
Looks like we made it. This is Bruff.
I'm Bruff. Sup, I'm league analyst and co-doormat.
Sup. He's channeling his inner sophomore year right now.
Sup.
And yeah, I'm Tony, I'm your commish. Let's get into some matchups from last week. Starting with, let's start at the bottom this time. Frank the Finger Blaster once again beats Tom for the second time this year. And there was some decent smack talk, but not what we expected.
Silky taking advantage of some weakness in his late season schedule and just laying a smackdown on Tom's. It's almost as though Tom has been beaten down enough this year and Silky was just focusing on getting those numbers.
Yeah, so it was close for a while, but not close enough to where the smack talk really got hilarious, I don't think.
Yeah, it's too bad. Tom really had some great zingers, some one-liners ready to go, because he's just a wealth of comic knowledge. I know this from having been his roommate, and Tony does as well, for a year. So really, I'm hoping that he has a good run one of these last couple of weeks, and that Silky is around so that he can at least say them to Silky.
Word.
Next up.
Next matchup. Joel, I didn't even realize this got to be a 1-point game.
Somehow sneaks away with a victory from the sneaky noob.
That's funny. I mean, a 107 doesn't get it done against Joel. And Noob was over here the other day putting together a bunch of numbers, trying to explain why his team is good, even though he's not.
Something about standard deviations.
And he was asking us questions when he was trying to prove a point. Anyway, 1 point gets it done for Joel, undefeated. And if he wins this week, he will lock up the #1 spot for the regular season and the money that goes with it. I believe I'll have to look. It's either 20 or 40.
40 or 50, something like that.
I think it's whatever our pay. It's probably 40, whatever the pay is. So
Joel, by beating Noob had a chance to preserve his league record of starting a season 8-0, but he wasn't able to do it. Joel Rindelop now the league leader in Full Flow history with a 9-0 start, best start in league history.
Yep. Next game here was Nick Kirby and Jake Hansen. Another high-scoring one. It was a high-scoring week all around, especially in this game, thanks in large part to Doug Martin, who puts up the highest score I can remember in our league with 59. I remember I looked back and Silky scored 51 with Chris Johnson against me one year, and but that's the highest I found.
It was the highest, I believe. I was looking up some old stats since Clinton Portis, I believe, had a 58 or 59. Well, it would have with some long runs. It would have gotten up into 58, 59 territory back in I want to say 03, but
so
it was
before our time.
Before our time,
so it doesn't even count.
League history high score. Yeah.
Yeah. The official ruling started in 2007.
7 was a good year.
So anyway, the spoilers want another spoil, so we'll see if they can pull it off again. They got a big matchup against Bird this week, and look out, Kirby is not quite done. Even though he's 4-5, if he wins out, he's probably got a real shot.
7-5 has gotten teams into the playoffs the last couple of years. Just ask Brian Woods from last year. Speaking of Brian Woods, he laid a goose egg this week with a big 5-0.
From Mushroom Stamper to Mushroom. Yep. Mushroom, just a mushroom. You didn't get stamped, but you got hit pretty good with a 96 to 50. Steve Belo barely staying relevant.
Also continues to hang around. Yeah.
He has the big game against Joel this week, which if you haven't watched the video, I'll probably leave it up on the page of Joel and B's freshman year case day, I believe that was at Hansen's house. It's a classic, so that's what that is. But anyway,
then we've got your matchup and my matchup, and
we both
got
lost. Yeah, my team fell hard to some injuries. Jordy got hurt before catching a pass. Antonio Brown got hurt. Martellus Bennett got hurt. It was just one of those weeks for me. So we'll see. I got a big matchup with Woods this weekend. We both have some people banged up. We'll see what happens. As for your game, couldn't pull it off.
It was
the kind of promise, but it just faded.
Those 2 garbage time touchdowns for Brandon Marshall really just sunk me right off.
Yeah, it was the wide receivers for Connor that just kind of put you in a hole that you knew was going to be tough.
It's very dickish on the part of Mike Tice, by the way, to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we don't have waiver picks because they were pretty just boring and nondescript today.
Not much to them, yeah.
So, and there were no trades again, so we're pretty much just going to slide right into... we got an almost touchdown happening here. Nope.
No touchdown, Vic Ballard. That would have been the waiver pickup of the week, but Vic Ballard didn't score yet, so... Let's move on to the interview with Parshan.
Yeah. This week's Mushroom Stamp for the second time this season goes to the guy known as Spoilers. You might not recognize him, but he's here.
And he's hot.
Here he is, Nick Kirby.
There goes Kirby. Second time this year.
Good
Sans mustache. How are things?
Pretty good. I swear it's me.
It's tough
For all
to
of you who haven't seen me.
It's tough to get rides going when you don't have the handles. I would imagine.
Or the long hair either. I got nothing.
Tonight's interview brought to you by Southern Comfort. Something, whatever is comfortable. Southern Comfort. So, hey, tough week for you this week.
Yeah.
Starting a couple crap receivers in tonight's game. You got Ryan
not
Tannehill
really
at
doing
quarterback.
anything. I'm feeling good about Tannehill.
Feeling good about Tannehill?
Against Tennessee. No.
Even Ponder put up big numbers against him, so you can't really argue with that too much. How do you feel about perhaps spoiling another opportunity for a guy that is looking like he's in playoff contention right now?
I'm pretty jazzed about it. I'm glad that I'm not playing somebody like Tom right now, because what's the fun in that? Or like Grindelwald, because
what's the fun in that?
He's going to get the first seed regardless. But
I've been told that you have a special message this week.
This one's straight from the mouth of babes, Ron Bedard. He says, with D. Martian, you can't lose because he's out of this world. So, yeah. Wasn't me. I'm sorry, that's all I got.
Woo!
I would like to go back to... Goes down smooth so you don't have to.
Doug Martin, how many points is he going to score this week?
65, I don't know.
This guy's a limit.
300 yards and maybe 6 or 7 touchdowns.
How do your last couple of weeks look? Do you feel like there's any chance you can get back to 7-5 right now?
It's going to be tough. I feel like I could beat Bird, but it's always a crapshoot.
Any parting words for the electorate out there?
I have parting words for Brian Woods. Phoned it in last week, or wrote it in, and then he said that the league was falling apart because Noob didn't start running backs. Calling you out, Brian. You should have at least been on the phone for it. Videotaped yourself. Come on. Amateur hour.
Strong words from a strong man. Thanks for being here, Nick Kirby.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations once again.
Again.
We move on to the Week 10 matchups.
It's over there now.
Hi. I played Noob. We've each lost 5 games in a row. We have a combined 3 wins. I'm going to drink more alcohol.
Do it harder. Next game is me and Bran.
Bran!
He's up 2-0.
Vic Ballard with the big 2 spot.
We'll see what happens. It's well, like I said, injuries are playing a big part in this one, so who knows. Next game is Bees, Bird, shit. Why do I always... I just can't separate those two.
Bees and Rindy.
Yeah, we can do that one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Bees and Rindy. A 6-4 game. It's like a Twins game right now from 2 years ago when they scored runs.
That's when offense was a thing we did.
6-4 Joel. So much like the video that was up this week where Bees was trying to catch the cards from Joel.
He'll be trying
now he's trying to catch Joel's team in a figurative sort of
in a Steve sandwich
way. Yeah. Anyway,
God.
Gotta like Joel in this one, but hey, man, he coming a little bit. Bees could do it. No Aaron Rodgers for Joel.
If Bees wins out and he's got a 7-4-1, that would put him a leg up over the 7-5s.
Yeah.
Got
next matchup is Bird going against Kirby, the Spoilers, 1-0 right now. And what's the projection at? It looks like
102-89 Bird right now.
Bird's still projected to win, but look out for Doug Martin, and RG3 is on a bye? Yeah.
I guess you can't count out any team with Doug Martin anymore. He's got to kind of be seen as one of the top running backs the rest of the year.
I suppose. It sucks. It sucks not having RG3, but
that's true.
What happens.
That's true.
Tom and Connor, once again, trying to play spoiler. Tom is going to be brutal. Connor's team's pretty good.
Tom is losing by 3 in the projection right now, which I think he's tried to be ahead in the projection most of the time. So maybe this will be a reversal of fortune for Tom, but probably not because 1-9, 1-9. Tom and I are looking to be the first 1-11 teams in the history of the league.
Yep.
And so the matchup of the week
So
is
Drew and Frank going at it.
Yes.
Good matchup. Huge one for Jake.
Hanson in a
Needs
tailspin.
win. Yep,
Yes.
needs a win. Put up large numbers last week.
He
but
did
lost.
finally get a triple digit on the board, though, so things are looking up for him. Unfortunately, Silky has a habit of scoring triple digits as well.
It's a big one, and it's close projection, 117, 110 to Silk right now, so we'll see what happens. And maybe that will be the game that sprouts this week's mushroom stand.
That could be
Sprouts
one of those teams. Another week with quite a few buys, so if you've got a team that doesn't have a lot of buys,
Good luck.
good luck. No bad.
All right, dudes, that's all we got. Good luck this week. We're wrapping it up. Enjoy it while it's here, because the season's coming to an end, so just enjoy it no matter what your record is. Pretty soon we won't have this. So final thoughts to Spencer Brodden, or Thad, or whatever he's going to go by today. So
The leaves are gone. The snow is about to fall. We are all just dust in the wind. Carry on, my wayward sons.